तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितमेन भूतले स्वयं मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. So in the 15th chapter, the material world is compared to what? Material world is compared to a
Urdhva-mula.
That is inverted banyan tree.
Inverted.
Lamadashakam Ashwatham Prahurapayam Chandam Siyasya Parnani Yastav Vedasa Vedavi. So this material world is like a reflection, inverted banyan tree. And we also saw there is like the tree rests on what? What is the basis for the tree? The base. From where is the tree coming? You've not seen the picture? There's a picture, no?
Yeah, water.
So before the water, what was it? Does anyone remember? Before the water, on the tree rests on something, which is the cause of our material existence. That's why we take Punarjanma again and again. What is it?
Desire.
Yeah, desires. Where is it? I think it was shown in a beautiful picture. Did I show that picture? There was a tree and there was, yeah, so here. There was a tree and the tree rests on desire. See here. See this one. Okay. You can all see now.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes. So this is the spiritual world. Above you can see Radha and Krishna. That's the spiritual world. Now that down is the material world, and you can see on top of the material world that is Brahma. So that's the root of the banyan tree, and it is like an inverted banyan tree. Now Brahma is on the top. That means Brahma Loka. That is the Satyaloka, or the in the 14 planetary system, the uppermost material planet is Brahma Loka, where Lord Brahma is there. And above that, that means just the root, the base of this tree is desire. You can see desire. Because of desire, because we want to enjoy life or in our own way, or to sense gratification, or to forget Krishna and live, we had a lot of desires and we were envious of Krishna, all that. No, that's the cause of our material existence. And unfulfilled desires, again and again we'll have a lot of desires. Then what happens? We have to take Punarjanma again and again and again. So that's why the unfulfilled desire. Did I say this? There was a devotee, as father, about to leave the body. So doctors are like, now, in any moment, he might leave the body. So almost he was taking the last breath. So the son and the daughter, they both are devotees, they just left the room. And after some time, when they went inside, the father had already left, in the sense the soul departed. And everybody asked, what did you do? Like, you should be there, no, next to him. They're like, no. See, if my father sees us, he'll have desire to see my grandson or getting married or whatever desires. And what will the father do? That soul will take rebirth again in the family. Instead, they kept big Prabhupada's picture and Krishna's picture in the room, so that the father can see Prabhupada's picture, Krishna's picture, and then think about them and leave the body. So they didn't want their father to take a rebirth again, in the sense, not have unfulfilled desire. And during Antakalesya Mameva Smaran Mukta Kulai, at the end of our life, 8th chapter we learned, when we leave the body, whatever desires we have, that's what we acquire now. When we to the next body we'll have. So the next body is decided like that. Okay, so if we remember Krishna, we can go back to Krishna. Whatever yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tejat ande kalairam tam tamevaiti kaundeya sada tat bhava bhavita. Whatever thoughts we have at the end of our life, that's what we become next. So the devotees want to remember Krishna always. So for that, they see that situation is in that way. The devotees around also do things like that, so that the person who's leaving the body, the soul leaving the body, will remember Krishna. Okay, so here the unfulfilled desire. If you have unfulfilled desire, then what happens? We come to we take rebirth again and again in this material world. So desire is the cause of material existence. Now what to do? We can't be desireless, no? Everyone have desires. We can't stop desiring. Only a dead man will not desire, or stone doesn't desire. So what do we do now? What is
Dovetail
this?
our desire.
Yeah, dovetail the desires to Krishna, or in the sense, purify the desire. That's what Prabhupada says, purify. Like, for example, you want to eat something, offer to Krishna and have. You're in a situation where you can't offer, at least mentally you offer. It seems in Kali Yuga, whatever Manasa Puja we did, that also has effect. Whatever mentally you do services, that also has effect. You have heard the story of the South Indian Brahmana who did Manasa Puja and burned his hand? Anyone heard? The sweet rice. He was mentally preparing sweet rice. No? That comes in Bhakti Rasam Sindhu, Nectar of Devotion. So what happened one day? There was a South Indian Brahmana and he's very poor. Okay, so he don't know what to do. He want to serve sweet rice to the Lord. So he thought, anyway, I'm poor. I can't go and purchase things. So in mind, he imagined as if he is going to the shop, purchasing milk, rice, and sugar, ghee, and all that for dry fruits to make kheer. And then mentally, he was preparing kheer, and kheer should be offered little, not too hot. No, it should be drinkable, or it should be little cool, better to have. It's a sweet, so it has to be a little cool. So he was about to offer to Krishna, and then he just put his hand in the pot, in the mind, just to see whether the offering was cool, and his hand got burnt. And he opened his eyes and he was shocked. He just mentally prepared kheer, and his hand got really burnt. And in Vaikunta, Lord Vishnu was laughing. So Lakshmi Devi asked, what happened? What is the joke? And he said, what happened? So Lakshmi Devi is like, now what will you do with that Brahmana? So what did Lord Vishnu do? He sent his Garuda and took that Brahmana back to Godhead. In the sense that Brahmana's Manasa Puja was so strong and so involved that he just didn't think it's just Manasa. He really thought he's offering. Or when he got burned his hand, that means Krishna have really accepted his offering. Okay, and mental offering. And Vasudeva, no, Krishna's father, Vasudeva, also have done Manasa Puja, where mentally he had offered. Does anyone know when? When Krishna was born, it says that the father should give charity. So that's why we have Nandolsav. That is on the next day. Next day of Janmashtami is Nandolsav, where Nanda Maharaj give lot of cows in charity, gold to the Brahmanas and all that. So he had done that in Gokul. But Vasudeva, since he was in the jail of Kamsa in Mathura, he could not, even though he was a king, but he could not give any charity in person. So mentally, it is said in Krishna book, mentally he offered so many cows and so many gold and things to the Brahmanas mentally. So that is also accepted in Kali Yuga, especially in Kali Yuga. That was the Upper Yuga. But then, okay, so desire is the root cause for material existence. Now, what should we do? Cut that desires with the axe of, what is the axe? To cut.
Chanting.
Devotional service, but before that, acts of detachment with knowledge. So we should get detached from this material world by knowledge of Krishna consciousness. Yes, chanting and everything comes as devotional service. So when you do devotional service, what happens? The desire gets devoted to Krishna or becomes purified. Now, in the 11th sloka, that is 8th to 11 is basically about soul transmigration. I think we finished this part. Okay, so in 11th sloka of the 15th chapter says, Yatanto yoginaschainam pashyanti atmani avasthitam yatanto api akrutatmano nainam pashyante chetasaha. So the endeavoring transcenders who are situated in self-realization can see all things clearly, but those whose mind are not developed and who are not situated in self-realization cannot see what is taking place, though they may try to. Okay, so they really don't know what is actually happening, because when you have transmigration, there is tada dehandara prapti. The soul is actually going from one body to another. But an unknown, unintelligent person, or in avidya, he doesn't know how is transmigration happening, right? So they doesn't know. Here it is said, those are not situated in self-realization really cannot understand how the soul is getting transmigrated. You've seen some of them, they lose their dear ones, like might be the husband lost the wife, lost the husband, or the parents or children. Then what happens? They go into depression. Now, have you seen people like that? They
Yes,
can't come
Mataji.
out of it. Yeah, they can't come out of it. Why? Because they can't accept it's the soul which left, and they just so get attached to the body. Okay, sometimes even I've heard somewhere that the wife left the body and the husband was living with the body for like few days or something. But then what happens? It'll start decaying, because once the life force go from it, then it's just the dead body, and the dead body, there is no blood circulation, nothing, and it start decaying, no? So then we can't live with that dead body, in the sense it has to be buried, or it has to be what you say, destroyed. But then the mental condition, that is a functional, a psychological condition, is that they are not ready to accept the fact that they left. No, that's why they don't want to leave that body, or they get so attached to that body, and they go into depression. They don't talk to anyone. Sometimes they keep crying, and they don't go to a job. I've seen a husband who didn't left his job just after the wife's death, and he was not able to come out. He went to alcoholism, and he could not come out of that grief. Now then many are like, okay, if you want this, get married again, because we have small kids and that and this. But he didn't want to, because he's so dedicated to the that wife. That's fine, but then you should move on, no? At least for the kids, he should move on. He should find a new job and maintain the children. But what happens? They just go into depression, and they're not able to accept the fact. So that's why this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita is very important. That doesn't mean we are not emotional at that time. No, devotees also, they lament when they lose their dear ones, because that affection is there. See, attachment and affection is different. Okay, attachment means into it. Affection is the care and which we have for them. So that is there for all of us. And what is the best thing we can do for the departed soul? What can we do? What's the best thing we can do?
Chant.
Yeah, chant for that departed soul. That will really help them, in their journey to the next destination, wherever it might be. Either if they have really done devotional service, if are they going back to Godhead, or are they going to heavenly planets because they have done a lot of punya, or are they taking birth again in the material world because they have some more desires, or wherever, whichever species they are going to the in the next body. So just because you are chanting for that particular soul, what happens? That anything bad karma the soul have done, or some reaction the soul was supposed to face, that will get nullified, and it will have the soul will have a nice destination, because you are chanting for that soul. Since you have done devotional service for that particular soul, Krishna takes that into account, and that soul can go to a devotee body also next. Now, we don't know, just because one person is devotee in the family, the whole family will get benefited. So that's the best thing we can do, because we know the soul is getting transmigrated to another body. Or we don't know, we can't measure anyone's bhakti. What if that soul, that person have done a lot of devotional service in previous life, and they'll definitely go back to Krishna, whatever Krishna have decided for the destination. We can't be particularly sure, no, this soul is going to this body, or we don't know. Karmana deva netrena, Krishna decides. But because we are doing devotional service on behalf of that particular soul, they get benefited, really get benefited. Okay, that's why I've seen one devotee lost his father, and you know what he did? He arranged a big kirtan, and everyone went. Once the body was cremated, all that was done, and then they just called all the devotees, and they had big harinam Kirtan in the house. They also had prasadam distribution to all the Vaishnavas. And all Vaishnavas, they sat together and did chanting for that particular soul. So what a so auspicious thing to do when somebody leaves the body. It's not just, and he brought the whole family, all the relatives, everyone came, and everyone could hear the Harinam. And he was very intelligent in that part. He made all her relatives also chant for the departed soul, because for the departed soul, definitely they'll do, no, when you ask them to do anything, but otherwise they will not chant. But for that purpose, they start chanting. Everyone started chanting for that particular soul. That's the best thing which we can do. So a person who really knows this, he knows, okay, it's transmigration actually happened. Theory is very easy, but to practically accept it, it's difficult. But I myself know, like when my grandmother passed away from my father's side, and my father was little dull, depressed. He was the first child in the family, so he was eldest. So he was very pampered by the mother, and he was so attached to the mother. So when the mother left, he was a little down. So, but then I was just came to Krishna consciousness that time, and then my Shiksha Guru said, just read loudly second chapter of Bhagavad Gita. No, don't read slokas and all. You will not, father will not understand. But just read the translation, purport by Srila Prabhupada. Just read loudly. And I used to go near my father and read. And then the second chapter where it said the soul cannot be destroyed. It just moves from one body to another, and so many other things. And Prabhupada really mentions very nice things in the purport. So after slowly hearing, and then he could overcome that grief, because we know that the soul is going to go to the next body, and we realize it's all Krishna's good plan. Or someone will be suffering because of their bad karma, diseases will come and they'll be suffering. So instead of making them suffer for long, Krishna will take that soul back early. That is one way good, no? Because they are suffering and suffering. So much pain. They are in front of you suffering, and we can't do anything about it. Doctors can't do anything about it. So what will Krishna do? Just take that soul away, so that that body which is giving suffering to that particular soul is destroyed, and the soul can go to the next a fresh body. So that also is Krishna's special mercy, the arrangement that is done by the Lord. Okay, so that's transmigration Prabhupada speaks. Once placed in some particular kind of body, he comes under the control of nature, because the body being matter act according to the law of the nature. And at that time, the living entity has no power to change that law. Suppose an entity is put into a body of a dog. As soon as he is put into the body of the dog, he must act like a dog. He cannot act otherwise. And if the living entity is put in the body of a hog, he is forced to eat stool and act like a hog. Indra, no, once got cursed, and he became a hog, the pig. And then he was just eating mud, and he was enjoying life in that hog body. So it is said that in that particular body, whichever body we are put in, we should act in that way, according to that way. But there are some the sukritis which they do, that you've seen. Even the dogs, they take part in Sankirtan. Have you ever seen? When you go for Harinam Sankirtan, Nagara Sankirtan, the dogs also might come, and they'll jump with the devotees. Have anyone see the videos?
Yes, Mataji.
No? That
Yes,
happens.
Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
That's because that soul in that dog's body would have been a devotee in previous life, or would be pious, and would, because of some bad karma, they had got uh, this dog body. No, but if they had been devotee in the previous life, they will not get animal body, because it is said Shuchinam Srimadam Gehe. But it might be like they have done something very bad sin. That's why, like you can see monkeys in Vrindavan now. They are in Vrindavan, they are in the Dham, but they are in the monkey's body or a hog body. So they have done sense gratification in the Dham. In Dham, we should not offend that Dham like that. So a lot of offenses will be taken. Okay, so in 12 to 15, it's about appreciating Krishna's position as our maintainer in this world. Yet Aditya Tejo Jagat Pashe De Akilam Yachandramasi Yachagno Tattejo Vidimamakam. The splendor of the sun, which dissipates the darkness of the whole world, comes from me. The splendor of the moon and the splendor of fire also comes from me. So all this is Krishna's energy. Okay, everything is coming from Krishna. So Krishna is our maintainer, and he is the source of the sun, the moon, and the fire. And Krishna is the fire of digestion also. He thus produces and digests the 4 types of foodstuffs. Okay, now, so here, what is it said? That Krishna is our maintainer. So all of you agree, no? Krishna is our maintainer. We might
Yes,
think, no, the
Mataji.
boss, yeah, we might think the boss in the office is maintaining me, or he is the one who's giving salary. No, no. It's all by Krishna's arrangement. Through that person, we are getting. That's it. That person is just an instrument, but it's Krishna who's actually supplying. Eko bahunamiyo vidadadi kama. Nityo nityanam chetanas chetananam eko bahunamiyo vidadadi kama. One person is enough to maintain everyone. Okay, so there are so many animals in the forest. Who's maintaining all of them? Nobody maintains them. It's Krishna. No, so it's Krishna who's actually maintaining everyone. So you've seen, you drop any sweet items in your room. What will happen in another 5 minutes?
Ants will come.
From whom? From where are they getting this information that there's sweet in this particular room? From nowhere they'll come. Because Krishna is in their heart also as Paramatma. And Krishna from within gives them the knowledge or gives them the information. And because Krishna has to maintain them. Nobody will feed the ant or nobody will take care of the ant unless there are pets in your house, you take care. But what about the wild animals outside? No, the street dogs and things. Krishna is maintaining all of them. So alone, Krishna is the maintainer. And here it is said, Gam avishya bhutani dharayami ahamojasa pushnami chaushadi sarva somo bhutva satvaka. So Krishna enters into each planet and by his energy they stay in the orbit. He becomes a moon and thereby supply the juice in all vegetables. Okay, so Krishna actually becomes a moon and the moonlight is important for all vegetables to grow. So it is said he is the one who gives juice to the vegetables. He is the source of sun and the moon. What is the sun and moon actually? Krishna's
Eyes of the Lord.
eyes of Krishna. Okay, Yachakshuresha Savidak Sagala Grahanam. So they are actually Krishna's eyes. And also Krishna says, Rasoham Apsukaunteya Prapasmi Shishi Surya. Prapashmi says, so he says there also, I am the light of sun and moon. So Krishna says that. Prapasmi Shashi Surya. Okay, so here there's the sun and the moon and fire is also Krishna. He is the digestive fire in our stomach. Just imagine, no? Even for digestion, we have to depend on Krishna. So here in the purpose, Srila Prabhupada mentions of a handful of dust. You heard about it? Like if you hold some dust in your hand, it stays. And the moment you drop the dust, what happens? It falls down. Similarly, Krishna is the one who's maintaining the whole planetary system. And all the planetary system, they are revolving or rotating on their own orbits, and they are revolving and all. That's all because of Krishna's energy. Krishna maintains them like that dust in the hand. Now, the moment you drop, then the dust, everything falls down. So the moment Krishna withdraws his strength, then everything, there is devastation, pralaya can happen. But he is the one who's actually maintaining. No, so the different planetary system. And 14th sloka it says, Aham Vaishnavaro Bhutva Praninam Deham Ashritam Pranapanna Samayuktam Pachaminyam Chaturvitam. So Krishna is the fire of digestion in all the bodies of all living entities, and he joined with the air of life, outgoing and incoming, to digest the 4 kind of foodstuffs. What are the 4 kind of foodstuffs, you know? Foodstuffs.
Eating, sucking,
Yeah,
licking,
some
and
can be eaten, some can be sucked, some can be drunk, swallowed. Now there are different types of foodstuffs. So all the foodstuffs, now everything can be digested by Krishna's energy. Okay, so Krishna is the one who is actually allowing us, in helping us in digesting these 4 kinds of foodstuffs. So 4 kinds of foodstuffs, some are drunk, some are chewed, some are licked up, and some are sucked. Okay, so that digestive force is given by Krishna. And 15.15, very important sloka, says, Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishtam matta smridirjnanam apohanam cha vedaisya sarvairahameva vedyo vedanta veda videva chaham. So Krishna is seated in everyone's heart. Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishtam. So heart is a sitting place for the Lord as Paramatma, and from him comes remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. Matta smridirjnanam apohanam cha. So Krishna initiates as Paramatma all activities, required knowledge is supplied by Krishna. Remembrance, forgetfulness about our past life, everything is given by Krishna. Not only past life, this life itself. Now one whole day, when was it? I think yesterday. whole day, I really forgot where I left my phone and in from the temple. And I was like, I was behind all the temple authorities to please play the CCTV camera because I think somebody stole the phone and stole the phone. And they made me sit in front of the TV. We have all different types of cameras, and I was just on the camera room. I was just replay, and I was just okay. The point reached where I actually kept my phone on a table, and I was just zooming, and seeing. I really forgot, completely blank. I was like, then I remembered this verse, Matta Smritirthyanam. Krishna is the one who should give me remembrance or made me forget also. Why is he doing this? Maybe to teach me some lesson. I was so careless. And then I kept on saying, and then I really, I lost hope because I could not make out in the camera. So it's from some place where I don't have the camera, I lost the phone. So I just went, checked my car, home, everywhere, and I was like, finally, I'm done. It's okay. I lost. Now what to do? So I came home and I was just relaxing. And I was like Krishna, give me remembrance. And you will not believe. In few seconds, maybe few minutes, I just remembered exact place where I kept the phone. I don't know how it came, from where it came. Everybody is so shocked around me. Like, what happened to you? Like, no, I have to go to the temple now. Why? Because I remembered now where I kept my phone. And I just ran and rushed to the exactly they were in that one room behind the curtain. I had kept it because my son was taking the phone, so I should keep up in a place where he could not reach. And I just kept it there. I just remembered. It's like how Krishna makes us remember and forget things. Now, sometimes we forget things completely, and sometimes we remember so many other things. Everything is coming from Krishna. It is said, real knowledge is supplied by Krishna. Remembrance is given by Krishna. Forgetfulness is actually, forgetfulness is also a blessing in disguise. No, it's a blessing. Just imagine if we could remember all our past life, how horrible life would be, because our soul would have been in an animal body or in a whatnot. So many sin we would have done. We don't know which body we were in, but definitely we had gone through so many other species. And just remembering all of that, this life itself, so many things we want to forget. Just imagine so many other lives. If you remember, nobody can live. Now, people even commit suicide, go into depression, and they have sleeplessness issue, all because of remembering your past life, or they're not able to forget it, or they're be guilty of what they have done. But then taking to Krishna consciousness, what happens? All the sinful things get destroyed. Or in the sense, Krishna makes us forget that life and start a fresh page or a new life. So here, Vedanta Krit, Veda, that is Veda Vyasdev himself, the incarnation of the Lord. Which incarnation is Vyasdev? Is which incarnation of the Lord? Like different types of incarnations are there, no? Leela Avatar, Purusha Avatar, Manvantar Avatar, Yuga Avatar, Guna Avatar. Which avatar is Vyasdev?
Something like Shakti.
Yes, Shakti Avesh Avatar. Yes, Upasana Mataji. In what way did he get that Shakti? Vyasdev was empowered. In what way? Yes, he is Shakti Avesh Avatar. But in which way? Knowledge. Okay, knowledge wise, he was empowered. Even Narada is Shakti Avesh Avatar of the Lord. He is empowered. Krishna Shakti Vina Nahi Tara Pravartan. Yeah, Dvaipayana, Krishna Dvaipayana Vyas, he's called. Okay, Dvaipayana Vyas, that is another name of Vyasdev. So, Badarayani. So, he has compiled even Srimad Bhagavatam. So, Vyasdev, Vedanta Krit Veda Videva Chaham. So, the Lord in his incarnation, Vyasdev had compiled the Vedanta Sutra. In fact, he compiled all the Vedas and he was not happy. And that's when Narad Muni came and said, you have to describe about Krishna's pastime, devotional service, that is Srimad Bhagavatam. And when he wrote Srimad Bhagavatam, that's when he was really, really happy. Okay. And so, okay. And the Bhagavatam is nothing but the summary of Vedanta Sutra. Okay. Also, there is Trisloki Gita. We've seen Chatursloki Gita, no? Where was it?
10th chapter, 10 to
Yeah,
8, 8 to 11.
8, 9, 10, 11. So that is Chatursloki. This is Trisloki Gita, comes from 15th chapter, 16 to 18th verses. That is the essence of the Vedas. So Chatursloki 10.8 to 11. Trisloki is 15.6 to 16 to 18. Okay. And Gita Rahasya 1865, that is Sarvadharma Parityaja. And the Charan Sloki is, no, that is Sarvadharma Parityaja. And 65 is Manmana Bhavamat Bhakta. So we'll see the Trisloki Gita. That is the essence of Vedas are described in the 3 verses. Okay. Dvau imau purusha loke kshara eva cha kshara sarvani bhutani kutasto kshara uchyate. There are 2 classes of being, the fallible and infallible. In the material world, every living entity is fallible, and in the spiritual world, every living entity is called infallible. So since Krishna is infallible, he is called as
Achyuta.
Achyuta. Okay, so Krishna is infallible, he is called Achyuta. Okay, so Achyuta means who doesn't fall from the position of being the Supreme Personality Godhead or never fall to reciprocate to his devotees. But we are fallible, we are Chuta because we fell from the spiritual world. Krishna appears, we fall according to our karma, we come. So 2 classes of living entity, fallible and infallible. In spiritual world, they all are infallible. In material world, we are fallible. So beside these 2, there is a greatest living personality, the supreme soul, imperishable Lord himself, who entered the 3 world and is maintaining them. So there is the supreme Lord also who maintains everyone. Because he's transcendental, beyond both fallible and infallible, because he's the greatest, he's celebrated both in this world and in the Vedas as the supreme person. So Krishna is the supreme Lord. So the Trisloki Gita also says that the one is the fallible, next is the infallible living entity. Uttama Purushatvanya Paramatmedi Udahrita Yologatrayama Vishya Vibharti Avyaya Ishvaraha. Beside these 2, there is the greatest living personality, the Supreme Soul, the imperishable Lord himself, who has entered the 3 wonders, maintaining them. So Nitya and Nityanam. So it's the Lord. Oh, so the creation is done by which Vishnu? Creation is done by?
Garbhodaksh.
No.
Par.
Karanadakshay Vishnu. Okay, the creation is done by Karanadakshay. See, this picture is Karanadakshay Vishnu. So you don't see Anantashesh in Karanadakshay Vishnu. Also, you don't see Lakshmi Devi. All the others, other 2, the Garbhadakshay Vishnu has Lakshmi Devi and he is lying on Anantashesh. Yes. So here you can see this is Karanadakshay Vishnu. What is another name of Karanadakshay Vishnu? He is also called as
Mahavishnu.
Mahavishnu. Very good. So he is Mahavishnu or the Karanadakshay Vishnu, who's Karana, who's the cause. Karana means cause. Okay, he is the cause or Karana. So that is Karanadakshay Vishnu. Now this Karanadakshay Vishnu, you can see from his sweat pores, also says because of his breathing or by his glance, creation happens. You can see different, there's round things. These are all the different planetary system or universes. Okay. The universe is in the form of it's in the form of?
Anda.
Yeah, what is it? Egg. It's called
Egg.
Andandarastapa, or it is Jagadanda Kodi, it is said. Jagadanda Kodi. So it's in the form of an egg, okay, egg shape. And it has, so the Karanadakshay Vishnu creates the universe and he enters into it as, enters the universe as, which Vishnu?
400.
What is the name? Karanadakshay Vishnu does the creation. And after creation, the Lord enters the universe as?
Narayan.
Which Vishnu I'm asking?
Kshirodaksh.
No, it's Garbhodaksh Vishnu. I think you're all, should take you back to the basis now.
This is always a confusion, Mataji.
It's
This
very easy. How can it
the
create
Golak
confusion? I don't know.
chart is really.
It's very easy. Goloka chart is the easiest unless you understand it, but it's very easy actually. See, first is Karanadakshay Vishnu. Okay. Now Karanadakshay Vishnu has, yeah. Well, first is Karanadakshay Vishnu. So first is Karanadakshay Vishnu, and Karanadakshay Vishnu has does the creation. Okay, Karana. Just it's Karana. It's the cause. He does the creation. Now, once he does the creation, okay, I'll just zoom and show. So once he does the creation, he enters into each universe as Garbhodaksh Vishnu. And once the Garbhodaksh Vishnu, the 14 planetary system is created. Wait, I'll just. Actually, you should know this Golaka chart by heart by now. We're all doing Bhakti Shastri. So I didn't get time to explain. So here, yeah. So this is a spiritual world, the Vaikunta. And we'll come to the material world. Yeah, this is the material world. Okay, so when you go up, okay, this part. Okay, read who is this now? Who is this lying?
Karnadaksha Vishnu.
Yeah, that is Karnadaksha Vishnu. Just come to the basis. Forget what all you learned till now. Just concentrate on this part. Okay. Once this is clear, everything is clear. This is Karnadaksha Vishnu. So Karnadaksha Vishnu is lying on the causal ocean, the Karnadaksha ocean, and from his sweat pores, or from by his glands, by his breathing, what happens? You can see different egg-like structures are created. These golden ones, these are the universes. There are millions of universes. Prabhupada says our universe is like a mustard in the bag of mustard seed. So much universe are there. Jagatanta Koti. Now each universe. Now this one golden round thing, that has been, the cross section is taken, and that is this round thing you can see here, the black one. This is our universe. Now one of it, like millions are there, but one. Now the Karnadaksha Vishnu does the creation. Okay, so he does the creation, and he, after creation, that is after creating the universe, what does he do? He enters into that universe as Garbhodaksha Vishnu. You can see here in the Garbhodaksha ocean, this is the Garbhodaksha ocean, which is on the bottom part of our material universe. This whole round thing is the material universe. We have the material world. Okay, so Karnadaksha Vishnu. Karana is the cause. Sarva Karana Karanam. It's a cause. Karana means cause. So he is the one who creates the universe. Once the universe is created, so I created the universe. Like that means the Karnadaksha Vishnu created the universe. Now this universe, he himself, the Vishnu, enters it as Garbhodaksha Vishnu. You can see here, and he goes down to the Garbhodaksha ocean. And this ocean is coming from his sweat pores. Yeah? And nobody could believe. Prabhupada, how can an ocean be created? Prabhupada says, see, in a summer, high summer, peak summer, like April, May, and you go in the like 12 o'clock afternoon outside, and you are outside jogging or doing something, and then you came back home, your whole body will be drenched with sweat, or your whole dress will be drenched. If a conditioned soul like you can create so much sweat from your body, can't the Lord from his sweat pore creates an ocean? So Prabhupada says that. So the Garbhodaksha ocean is created from Garbhodaksha Vishnu. So you understood the Karnadaksha Vishnu does the creation. Once he did the creation, there are millions of universe. In one universe, every universe, he enters it as Garbhodaksha Vishnu. Garbha Utakashai. Garbha means that ocean. He's lying down as Garbha Utakashai Vishnu. And Garbha, from his navel comes the lotus stem. You can see the stem coming, and there are different 14 planetary system created, and on the top is Lord Brahma. So where you can see Lord Brahma, that is Satyaloka. That is the heavenly planet. Satyalok, Tapalok, Janalok, Maharlok, Swarglok, Bhuvarlok. And next is Bhur, that is earth. So we are in the earthly planet now. We are here in the 7th planetary system. That means middle planet. And below us is again the hellish planets, Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Rastala, Patala. Okay. Now all these planetary systems are created by Garbhodaksha Vishnu's navel. The lotus comes. And now in this Bhur, that is earth, we are the living entities. And in the living entities, the same Garbhodaksha Vishnu enters as Paramatma. And who is that? Which Vishnu? Paramatma? Kshirodaksha Vishnu. So you understood? See here it is given the picture, Paramatma, the 400 form. Very simple. Just understand this much. Karnadaksha Vishnu does the creation, and after creating, he enters into each universe as Garbhodaksha Vishnu, and he creates the 14 planetary system. And in the 14 planetary system, there are different living entities, and in the living entity, he enters as Kshirodaksha Vishnu, the Paramatma. Just understand this much. Rest we'll see later. Okay, you understood? This part is clear.
Where is this ocean?
Taji. Yes.
Which ocean, Prabhu? Garbhodaksha ocean? It is below Patala. See, the Patala is here, the 14 planetary system. We are in Bhurloka, Prabhu. We are on the earth now. Below our earth, there is Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Rastala, Patala. Below Patala is Garbhodaksha ocean. That's why when Varahadev appeared, when Bhumi Devi was captured by Hiranyaksha, she went and hid in this Garbhodaksha ocean. So Varahadev had to come and dive into Garbhodaksha ocean and take Mother Earth on his tusk and come back. So there it is mentioned about Garbhodaksha ocean being below Patala. Okay, understood?
Yes, miss.
So these are the 14 planetary system. Now, this will be very clear to all of you when Temple of Vedic Planetarium in Mayapur, TOVP comes. Once TOVP comes, all the 14 planetary system is being exhibited. You can take all your relatives and show them, see, the scientists could not go and discover all these planetary system, and there are living entities in these planets. They say no, there is no living entity in the moon planet, that planet, this planet. No, see, all the abode of Kumaras, Prajapatis, Bhrigu, the ghostly people, demigods, humans, then the demons, the Nagas, Daityas, all are there in different planetary system, in different. So
And
in
there is
the
one Pitruloka also, no? Where is that?
yeah, Pitraloka might be there somewhere here. See here. About I think in Bhuvarloka they are, along with ghostly spirits and all the
Okay.
this will be there. So here, this is how the planetary systems are, and though people can't believe because the science could not prove it, they don't believe. But the Shastras prove it. Shastras have mentioned this. So when Temple of Vedic Planetarium comes, the whole public, everyone will be shocked to see that the 14 planetary system is exhibited, and everything will be mentioned. It will be like a scientific, what is a museum where you go. That's why Prabhupada actually wanted it to come long back, and also Guru Maharaj wants it to come as soon as possible, so that the whole people around the world can come and understand the Shastra behind the creation of the Lord. So very little difficult to understand, but when you really go into it and dive into it, it's very easy to understand also. Okay, now don't get confused about the three Vishnus: Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, Karanodakshaya Vishnu, and the Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. So it's easy. Now, once we understood that, we'll go back to the slide, and here it is mentioned. Okay, desire. No, where is my slide?
Mataji, just one more question.
Yes,
So
Prabhu.
when we say Brahma is creating it, right? So how is it related? Like here we
Yeah,
are
very
saying
good.
Vishnu is creating creation.
Yeah, very good, very good question. Now, this Karanadashaya Vishnu, Karanadashaya Vishnu creates the universe, Prabhu. Brahma creates the living entities. Brahma is the secondary creator. Okay, Brahma cannot create universe. The universe, you can see the ball-like thing, no? The structure that's like the anda, like an egg shape. These are the universe which Karanadashaya Vishnu is creating, and the Garbhodakshaya Vishnu creates the first living being, who's Brahma, on top of the lotus. Now, Brahma is empowered by the Lord to do secondary creation. He is doing the secondary creation. So, Brahma is creating the living entities in the earth. That's why he's called Pitamaha. And Krishna is called Prapitamaha because he created Brahma in Swayambhu form without the help of Lakshmi. Okay, that's why Brahma is also called Swayambhu. Are you understood?
Mataji, I was also hearing to some lecture where they were telling Lord Shiva and the Maya, that means Durga Devi, created the universe. From the
Created,
glance of Vishnu, Shambhu appeared, and Shambhu and Goddess Durga together created the material universe.
created
Like
the
they can be called as material parents. This
voice is
material
very dull.
world, Mataji. Material world, Mataji.
Material world, yeah. See,
From
Durga
the
Devi is in charge of material world. The Lord decides which living entity has to go to which body, and it's Durga Devi who supplies the body. She is not independent. She does it on behalf of the Lord, or she's done under the supervision of the Lord. Durga Devi is material nature. She is the mother of all created beings, and Krishna is the father. So, in that way, Durga Devi supplies the body for us. So, she is in charge of the three modes of material nature. In that way, she is the mother. Okay. And she can't do creation alone. Brahma cannot do creation alone. Krishna empowers Brahma to do it. Okay, that way he's secondary creator. All understood?
Bhaktaji, so all these 14 things are also created by Vishnu and Brahma. Whatever he creates are pushed into all these 14 places.
Yeah, so Garbhadakshay Vishnu creates a 14 planetary system, and the Brahma was also created by Garbhadakshay Vishnu. And in turn, Brahma does the secondary creation. All the living entities are created by Brahma, but under the supervision of the Lord. The Lord is the one who's empowering him to do the creation.
And according to our activities, we are pushed in
Yeah.
all these lokas,
Yeah,
Mataji.
based on the karma. Yes, based on karma, we go to different planetary system. See, somebody who died in this material world can go to heavenly planets, no? Based on his punya. If he have done lot of punya, that soul will be promoted to Satyalok, Tapalok, Janalok, Maharlok, Swarlok. It's based on karma. And we get separate body there. It's the body is not made up of earth, water, fire, air, ether in the heavenly planets. It will be some other composition. The combination of body is different in different planets, and the duration of life is also different. Some heavenly planets are 10,000 years duration. And if we have done sin, we go to down, we go to heavenly hellish planets. It's all decided by Krishna. So there, when we go, the body is given by Durga Devi. She is in charge of all the 14 planetary system because she is the mother of the material world. She is in charge. Okay. So that way she gives the body. But who sanctions it? Krishna. Sarva Yonisha Kaunteya, in the sense, Aham Bija Pratapita, he is the seed giving father. He decides which living entity has to go to which body. Okay, Krishna decides. Based on karma, based on the mode of nature we are associated with Karanam Guna Sangasya. Yes, Mataji?
Mataji, this three modes of material nature are only present in Bhuloka or all the 14 lokas, Mataji?
The three modes of material nature, because all the upper, middle, and lower planetary system are within the material world only, Mataji. Okay, so Brahma is in charge of mode of passion. So that means passion is more dominating in heavenly planets. And Lord Shiva is in charge of Tamoguna, and Vishnu in charge of Sattva. So all the three gunas are there in all different planets, but it varies. In heavenly planets, Sattva will be more, or Rajaguna will be more. In hellish planets, Tamoguna will be more. They'll be lazy, sleepy, all that, no? Ignorance. Okay, so based on that. Yeah, Triguna will be there. Three modes will act because unless you get out of this covering, you can see this like an eggshell. Now, when you go out of these three, that's when you actually go to Brahmachoti, then you go to Vaikunta, you go to Goloka, where the three modes doesn't affect you. It becomes Gunati, it becomes transcendental, it becomes Shuddha Sattva when you go above the three modes. Okay. So the Goloka chart can be going on, explaining, but it will not stop. So much is there to explain. But just understand there are three Vishnus. These three Vishnus are called which avatar of the Lord? They are categorized into the Purusha avatars. Okay, they are the Purusha avatars of the Lord. The Karnadaksha Vishnu, Kshirodaksha Vishnu, and Garbhodaksha Vishnu are the Purusha avatars of Krishna. So they are the one who is actually responsible for creation. So the Lord creates, and the creation, what happened? Okay. So the Krishna creates, maintains, and destroys also. So, but in different form. He does it in different forms. That's it. So the Trisloki, yeah, that is done. And once we understood this, that the Lord creates Purushottam Yoga. Okay, the 19th sloka says about Purushottam Yoga. That is Yomam Eva Asambodho Janadi Purushottamam Sasarva Vidpachanti Mam Sarva Bhavena Bharata. So whoever know Krishna as the Supreme Personality Godhead without doubting, he is the knower of everything. He therefore engaged himself in full devotional service to Krishna, or son of Bharata. So without doubting, if we doubt Krishna, then what happens? We fall down. We cannot be successful. We should not doubt the Shastras. Prabhupada says, Prabhupada can be wrong, but Shastra can never be wrong. That's why now when you quote things or you give references and everything, realization will come. See, in life, first we should have knowledge, then realization comes. So the knowledge will be there in this life, then next life realization can happen. We can't speeden up realization. It's not artificial. So first we should know who is Krishna. He is the Supreme Personality God. Once we know that without doubting, we accept him, and what we do? Devotional service. So by submissive hearing Bhagavad Gita, then we'll understand who's Krishna and his position. We become subordinate to Krishna. And anyone who's able to understand this, according to the Supreme Personality God, Sri Krishna, knows the purpose of Veda. The purpose of Veda is to know Krishna. Vedesha sarver ahameva vedyo. Okay, the purpose of knowing Krishna, studying Veda is to know Krishna. And once we know Krishna, we have to surrender to Krishna. So, bhajanti mam sarva bhavena bharata. That means we should engage ourselves in full devotional service. See, when you came to level 1 Bhagavad Gita online course, you know Krishna, you know Bhagavad Gita a little bit. But as you go deep into Bhagavad Gita level 1, level 2, level 3, then you know, yes, Krishna is the Supreme Person. They got it. And then you try to start doing devotional service. You start chanting, you start hearing Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, all that devotional service you start doing. Now, when you, and that's what we should know. Just knowing Krishna as the Supreme is not enough. We should start service. So this is Purushottam Yoga. Purusha Uttama. Krishna is best among Purusha. And in this chapter, the first 5 verses describe the process of freeing oneself from the weakness of heart, and rest of the chapter from 6th verse through the end discuss Purushottam Yoga. Okay. So the 20th sloka, the last sloka of this chapter says, Iti guhyadamam shastram idam uktam maya naga etat bhutva buddhimani syat krita krityasya bharata. This is the most confidential part of the Vedic scripture, so sinless one. As disclosed now by me. Whoever understands this will become wise, and his endeavor will know perfection. So this is the guhyatamam, this is the secret, that to know Krishna is the Supreme Personality Godhead, and we should do devotional service to Krishna. Okay, so this is the main theme of the chapter, to know Krishna as the Supreme. So Prabhupada says, as long as the living entity is in this dark material world, he is in the conditioned life. Conditioned life means what? Conditioned by the 3 modes. But as soon as he reaches the spiritual sky, like somebody asked this question, no? The 3 modes. 3 modes are there in the material world, wherever you go. Brahma Bhuvanar Loka Punaravartinarja. Even to Brahma's world, there is Janma, Jara, there is the 3 modes acting. So Prabhupada says, you become conditioned by the 3 modes in the material world. See, in the Goloka chart, that round thing, that is material world. In that material world, there are 14 planetary systems, upper, middle, and lower. Upper planetary system is the heavenly planets, the middle is the earth, lower is the hell. Wherever you go, there is 3 modes. That's why we condition. But as soon as we break that and go to the spiritual sky, by cutting through the false perverted tree of the material world, we become liberated. That means we become free from the 3 modes. Then there is no chance of him coming back. In this conditioned life, the living entity considers himself to be the lord of the material world, but in liberated state, he enters into the spiritual kingdom and becomes an associate of the Lord. There he enjoys eternal bliss, eternal life, and full knowledge. That is Sarupya, Salokya, Samipya, all the muktis, liberation they get. They become the associate. Okay, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we are done with chapter 15. Okay, next week we'll start with chapter 16. And once 16th chapter is done, we'll have the second OBA. So that's why you should submit this by 20th. I will not extend anymore. Already you got 2 weeks time. Okay. So by this Saturday, maximum Sunday, 21st evening, I'll close the form. And apologies that you're not getting the feedback form, no feedback, whether you submitted or not, because the form was not done by me. And there was a miscommunication. They didn't know that thing, that response has to be on. But anyway, don't worry. Just you send it. We'll see the response by 20th. By 21st evening, it should be submitted. Okay, Mataji can post that ends link. And any questions, anything to add? So this is Purushottam Yoga. There is only 20 slokas. Most of the Ekadashi, they chant this chapter 15 or 12 because it's related to devotional service.
We chant it throughout. Whenever somebody expires, 13 days, every day we chant 12th and 15.
12, 15 they chant.
Tomorrow, Guru Maharaj is taking Bhagavatam here in ISKCON, Khargar. So morning I will be going for the Mangalarti, and then I'll finish
You are there? You are staying in there?
About 5-6 kilometers from there.
Oh, very nice. That's your home?
Yeah, that's the place.
Oh, very nice. So that is ISKCON Navy Mumbai, no? The new one.
Yes.
Very nice. I heard the temple is so beautiful now. Everyone was saying.
Yes,
So very nice, Prabhu. Oh, that's so good. Because some devotees had come from that temple asking for, they want people to do service there. They don't have much people to do because its temple is big, na? And
Correct.
the initiation time you went, you were there?
No, so those 3 days I was in an exhibition. So many
Oh,
people
yeah.
from Kalpana Mataji was coordinating. She thought I would be there.
Uh-huh.
Then Dipti Mataji from Pune was also there.
Yes.
Praveena Mataji is also
Pravini
initiated.
Mataji.
Pravina
Yeah,
Mataji,
Pravina
yes.
Mataji took initiation. Dinesh Prabhu, Deepti Mataji,
Yes.
Harshita. So 4 from English department took initiation. And I think 8 or 9 from Gujarati department also took. Oh,
Yes,
nice.
I'm great.
I heard the temple is so beautiful. It's big, no? Anyway,
Correct.
Guru Maharaj is there. So nice Bhagavatam class from Guru Maharaj. You have to hear. Very fortunate to hear
Yes.
directly from Guru Maharaj. So, like I feel Guru Maharaj is giving mercy, no, by coming there. He
Yes,
came
ma'am.
for his treatment and things like that, but externally. But then actually the real reason is to give chance for all the conditioned souls to associate with pure devotee. So sadhu sangha, very nice. So you should hear from the lip of a pure devotee. Little bit also will benefit us, whatever it is. So we try to go and take the association that will help us.
What
Okay.
time is it, Prabhuji? Hare Krishna.
8 o'clock in
8
the
a.m.
morning.
na? Yeah.
8 a.m.
It might go live. It will be live in Guru Maharaj's Facebook page or YouTube. It will be live. Wherever he takes class, it will go live. So we can watch from here. Guru Maharaj's classes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Hare Krishna. So I think we are done. So anything to add? Any questions? So I think we can close. Now please fill the attendance form. And some of you, your friends, like whoever were in the Tuesday batch, many of them did not continue the course. Many joined, but then many could not continue. So for them, if they want, there is a new batch of Bhakti Shastri starting every Sunday. The everyday batch is also going on Monday to Friday, but they are already in module 1. They are Chitra Mataji is taking from Monday to Friday. But if that is difficult for them, at least weekend, Sunday, I think Dr. Ravi Chirag will be taking the
There
classes.
it is on the 5th chapter
Yeah.
now.
They are 5th chapter. Okay. So that is because daily class, you benefit, you can finish fast from there. And there also we'll rotate teachers. One module, one teacher is going to take daily class, 5 days. So, but this is a new batch, only weekend. That is those who are working and all now, if they can't do everyday class, at least every Sunday. From Jan, we are planning to start. Okay, so those interested can get the link from us. You can contact Nandita Mataji also, and then they can join. Outsiders also can come, but the thing is, they should get a no objection set or recommendation letter from their temple or their Shiksha Gurus that we need a proof they're doing 16 rounds and following the 4 relative principles. Okay.
Right.
Hare Krishna. I think we can
Hare
stop.
Krishna.
Thank
Hare
you,
Krishna.
everyone. Thank
Koti
you.
koti.
Panchakalpatarubhasya
Thank you.
Kripa Sindhubhyo. Patita